Ever wondered how Chinese motorcycles stack up against the rest of the world? Now, isn't that a question that's been revving up in the minds of motorcycle enthusiasts and casual riders alike? Well, today, we're going to throttle down that road and find out. Let's set the scene. Picture a global motorcycle showdown, where the challengers from the East are pitted against their Western counterparts. We're talking about a face-off between the titans of two-wheelers, a clash of mechanical titans. And it's not just about who's got the biggest engine or the shiniest chrome. We're going to delve into the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts of what makes a motorcycle truly stand out. We'll be considering factors that matter to you, the rider. Price, reliability, spare parts availability, longevity, and of course, the ever-important customer preference. Think about it. What good is a motorcycle that costs less but spends more time in the repair shop than on the open road? Or a high-performance beast that's a nightmare when it comes to finding spare parts? And then there's longevity. Sure, a motorcycle might be a beauty to behold, but if it can't go the distance, is it really worth it? And let's not forget about you, the riders. Your preferences matter. After all, a motorcycle is more than just a mode of transport, it's an expression of your personality, a testament to your love for the open road and the thrill of the ride. So, we've got a lot to cover in this showdown. We're going to see how Chinese motorcycles, both sport bikes and adventure bikes, measure up against the rest of the world. We'll sift through customer reviews, analyze market shares, and see where the rubber really meets the road. So buckle up and prepare for an exhilarating ride through the world of motorcycles. First off, let's kickstart this comparison with the price tag, a key determining factor for many motorcycle enthusiasts. When it comes to affordability, Chinese motorcycles often leave other manufacturers in the dust. Picture this. You're at a dealership and the salesman tells you that the sleek, powerful machine before you is priced at the same cost as a year's supply of your favorite pizza. Hard to resist, right? That's the kind of value Chinese manufacturers bring to the table. In contrast, their international counterparts, well, they'll probably cost you a small fortune or, let's say, a lifetime supply of your favorite pizza and maybe a few extra toppings too. But hey, who's counting? Clearly, if your wallet's on the lighter side, Chinese motorcycles might just be your ride into the sunset. So if you're on a budget, Chinese motorcycles seem to have the upper hand. But is cheaper always better? Now, let's shift gears and talk about reliability and longevity. Two factors that can make or break a motorcycle experience. When it comes to reliability, Chinese motorcycles have made significant strides in recent years. No longer are they viewed as the cheap, low-quality options of yesteryears. Today, they offer reliable performance, often surprising their more established counterparts. However, they still have some way to go to match the consistency of Japanese or European manufacturers. Longevity, the other side of the coin, is where Chinese motorcycles face a challenge. While they are improving, they still lag behind in durability. But here's the thing. Customer reviews and expert opinions highlight that with proper maintenance and care, these bikes can last as long as any other. So, it's not all doom and gloom for Chinese motorcycles. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They're making progress, they're getting better, and they're offering more value for the money. While Chinese motorcycles may not top the charts in these areas, they certainly hold their own. Ever had a broken part that took ages to replace? Then you know the importance of spare parts availability. It's like finding the missing piece of a puzzle, a game changer really. Chinese motorcycles have a distinct advantage here. Spare parts for these machines are as common as rain in Seattle, and that's saying something. But let's not ride solo on this. Let's bring in other manufacturers into the picture. For European and American bikes, well, let's just say you might need to dig a bit deeper and wait a tad longer. Their parts can be a bit like a rare species, not impossible to find, but certainly not as abundant. Now, on to customer preferences. There's an old saying, numbers speak louder than words, and this holds true in the world of motorcycles. Market share data shows a growing trend towards Chinese motorcycles. It's like a silent motorcycle revolution, if you will. People are voting with their wallets, and it's clear they're leaning towards the East. Customer reviews? Well, they echo the same sentiment. Riders praise the affordability, reliability, and ease of maintenance. Words like good value and dependable pop up more often than not. It's like a chorus, singing in harmony about the virtues of Chinese motorcycles. So from a parts perspective, Chinese motorcycles may just edge out the competition. But what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? All right, we've revved through the key factors. Now it's time to take a step back and look at the big picture. So what have we discovered on our journey comparing Chinese motorcycles with their global counterparts? Well, let's hit the brakes and summarize. When it comes to price, Chinese motorcycles are like the all-you-can-eat buffet at your favorite restaurant. Loads of options, and you're sure to find something that fits your budget. From sport bikes to adventure bikes, they offer a wallet-friendly alternative to some of the more expensive brands out there. Now, reliability and longevity, that's where the rubber meets the road. Chinese bikes have been making strides, but they've got a few more miles to cover before they can truly compete with established brands. Remember, a bike is like a good friendship, it takes time to build trust. As for spare parts and customer preferences, it's a mixed bag. The availability of spare parts is like a game of hide and seek. Sometimes you find what you need, sometimes you don't. And preferences? Well, they're as varied as the patterns on a zebra. But one thing's for sure, Chinese motorcycles are gaining traction, and they're not about to hit the brakes anytime soon. So there you have it, folks. When it comes to motorcycles, it's not just about the ride, but the whole journey. And Chinese motorcycles? They're certainly part of the global race,